Oh, well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Decision Worcester. This is our brand new West Wing podcast recap show. Shaun, episode 1, what do you think?
Toby's a bitch.
Thank you. Thank you. Somebody finally said it.
I'm staying with this the whole way through. I don't care how good he gets. Toby's a bitch.
Welcome to Decision Worcester, everybody. Worcester Council Theater 3000 special election night coverage here in the city of Worcester. We've got a doozy on our hands, everybody. We've got some big races. We have already some heated commentary in the chat.
Yeah.
Probably because 3 people voted last week.
Yeah. People on this show were like, "There's a Stern's Tavern? Why can't I drink here?"
Just digging up rusty old monkey wrenches from the ground outside. Yes, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We are missing one of our team. He is doing some last minute reporting. He'll be here any minute, but we should have results starting to roll.
I just want to clarify. Reporting means shotgunning 2 beers before getting on camera, correct?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, just making sure.
Worcester sucks and I drink it.
No fluoride though.
Yeah, Bill will be here in a moment, but yeah, we have a lot to talk about tonight. We had some very strongly run races. We had approximately I would say 2 state forests worth of trees killed for mailers sent just to my house in the last 3 days. This is a big deal. We have a very hotly contested race in District 1 where I live, where Shaun Rose, the pothole king of Worcester, Massachusetts, is facing off against shill for the police union.
I was going to say rat hole king.
Yeah. Can't and won't represent this district. And hopefully everything turns out okay. I think this is going to be a very stressful broadcast for all of us, and so we're in it together. We're here to talk shit as a team.
We don't forget District 5. I mean, I know that it was kind of a landslide in the preliminaries, but that does not mean that you can't count out idiots voting for the wrong person.
Travis, we got a bollard. That's 1 bollard. Can we get the bollard count up? Can we get a second? Yeah. We're gonna drop that. That's gonna be. We gotta add to that count. We gotta.
He's a graphic designer. He doesn't know art. He doesn't know. He only knows art. He doesn't know math.
Tonight's all about getting the count right.
Dang.
Yeah.
Going hard.
Yeah, we can only hope. And then for 7 years, we'll be safe from his tyranny.
Oh, whoa! I want to know more about that, GT.
Yeah, please tell us more about this ad. I
hope it's gin and tonic automotive.
She's very extreme. She's like Mountain Dew, Code Red. That's because she's a communist.
Yeah, you beat me to it. Do you know what number vote you were? What number voter at your precinct you were?
I didn't look. It was low. I got there really early this morning.
I was 32.
I maybe was like 6,000, I think.
Also, the other really funny thing is I voted at the Central Y, and I live in the Junction Shop Lofts. It's a city within a city. There's like almost 1,000 people living in this building. And I walk up to the woman asking for my address. She goes, "Let me guess, Beacon Street." I must look the part of gentrification. Uh-oh, here he is.
Well, hello.
There he
You're
is.
looking
Welcome, Bill
dashing.
Shaner.
I am ready. I'm not feeling good. I'm feeling incredibly pessimistic right now. And
Your name's Bill Shaner.
my name is Bill Shaner. And I got a whole 30 pack Bud Heavies.
Bud Heavies.
Nice.
And me and this guy are going to get through the night together. I'm going to hold him like a little baby. And yeah, I'm excited to do this stream. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But based on the low turnout numbers that people are projecting for the selection, it's not looking good, folks. It's really not looking good. I'm not feeling optimistic about it. So we'll see. Is what I gotta say. We will see.
Say that to Emma Goldman's face.
Ah, my sweet baby angel, Emma Goldman. Where did you get that?
We bought when Polar Park wasn't allowing everybody to come in. We bought some cardboard cutouts to sit in Polar Park, and we made an Emma Goldman one.
I respect that.
And we matched. We didn't want to just give money to Charles Steinberg, so we matched it all and gave it to the Regional Environmental Council.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
So it didn't just go to evil.
And we paid them like
Charles.
3. We also paid them 3 times to put up a Jose Canseco one. Kept projecting it.
And all we got was me and Bryan kind of on Jose Canseco.
That's so good. So
make him kiss.
You know when like Jose Canseco was like always like weirdly at the Vernon and stuff?
Yes.
So my friends got his phone number, like pretending to be one of the bartenders there, and just drunk texted him for the next like 4 years. Like they would just get together and be like, "You guys want to text Jose Canseco?" And it was so funny.
Every time
he would always respond. He would never not respond. You have it too, yes.
Every time Peterman came on the Sort of Late Show, we would drunk dial Jose Canseco on stage.
Wow, I just love it. It's part of what gives Worcester its charm, right?
Yeah.
Drunk dials from dignitaries.
Yeah. Travis, can we jump up the screen for a second? I just want to see what we're playing with here. All right, so
we've got 0 precincts reporting.
I'm really
everything.
Really pushing for blank votes. Really want blank votes to win this time.
I did some blank votes. I only voted for 4 people at school committee, 4 people at large.
Yeah, I struggle with that. It took me like 20 minutes to vote because I like didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I had a lot of people being like, "Why wouldn't you use all 6 of your votes? Like, if you don't want like Chanel Sousa in the school committee, why wouldn't you vote against her using all of your votes?" And it's like, well, it cuts both ways, right? Like, there are some good first-time runners on the progressive side that it would hurt if you voted for somebody more in the middle. So kind of like there's no good answer there. Just vote for who you think is.
You just
good,
do what you think is right. Yeah.
One solid as a rock. I'm gonna say more like 250. I was being hyperbolic, but really there's like 250 people who could potentially vote. I don't know if everyone is registered, but there were a lot under my address when they were looking for my too. So. But I'd say adults that should vote 250 in this building.
In that, okay, cool.
So
you and Mairead voted.
I think that's it. Yeah. One of the poll workers actually is my neighbor.
So my poll location is Friendly House, and I was the only person in there, and I didn't see any check marks on the sheet. So I think I might have been the only person that voted at Friendly House.
Well, no, Bill Coleman lives on Wall Street, so it's you and Bill Coleman. Unless Bill Coleman.
Bill Coleman. That would be awesome if Bill Coleman didn't vote. I'd love to find that out. He's never voted, not once. But
what? This is so dumb.
What the hell does that even mean?
Home to many firsts.
He's the first on the ballot, and he's also a perfect game, a rocket, a Valentine, and a smiley face. But he's not smiling.
Also, like, I get the idea there to brag that you're first on the ballot because nobody knows anything at all. And, like, people might think that that's a good thing if you present it that way. Which is, like, sort of smart. But it's also just so fucking dumb and evil and stupid and apolitical. Just just absolutely craven.
It means nothing. Yeah.
It
yeah.
means nothing.
100% the word.
Mo Bergman, most letters on the ballot.
Yeah.
Give me fish.
My friend is named Chris Berg, and my other friend who voted for the first time almost just crossed man off and voted for Mo Bergman. And I was like, well, that would have been funny, but like, please, I'm happy you didn't do that.
Fuck you. Yeah.
Right, yeah. I'm happy you didn't actually do it. He actually hit me up and he's just like, who should I vote for? And I just told him, and he's like, all right, fine. I voted for all your communist friends. Like, all right, cool, good. That's what we need.
Hell
yeah.
We'll take it however we get it.
I will take it. My roommate did the same thing. He's like, I usually just wait for someone to tell me who to vote for, and I was like, okay, perfect. I will tell you who to vote for, and he did. So that works. I tweeted this, but the Telegram has been outstandingly bad today on the election front. Shouts out Yenny DeRoches. Is that how you say your name? I'm really bad with pronouncing names.
Yeah, I think DeRoche.
DeRoche, sure. Yeah, she got a copy of the front page of the Telegram today, our paper of record in this stupid city that did not even have a story about the election, let alone anything on the front page. There was just nothing in the paper today about how there was an election today. Which it just at this point that just kicks ass. Sure, fine, whatever. Yeah,
lean into it.
Yeah, just lean into it. And I worked there, so for a while, and understood how the company dictates its coverage, and it's based off of how articles perform click-wise entirely, and their election stories just don't get any clicks. So the company controlling the paper says, okay, well, then just don't write about the election. And it's like, well, no, what if you wrote about the election in a way that was at all engaging and like brought people in and educated people? Or you had a single columnist besides freaking Ray Mariano that made an emotional appeal to voters to get out there and vote and like drummed up some issues, not just being like, oh, candidate profile. These 17 candidates responded to our form. And we're reprinting what they said in the form. It's just it's just so fucking depressing and stupid. That's why I got these 30 bad boys right here.
They're gonna put out another paper tonight. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna do an evening edition.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, the old Evening Gazette is gonna come back tonight.
Yeah,
TNG could test my listicles.
Yeah. Yeah, big time.
I was done with the Telegram once they got rid of that clapping guy that reviewed the movies. That's the only.
Oh yeah.
Dune.
Do we want to bring in our special guest that's waiting patiently in the background?
Yeah, let's get a special guest in here.
Yeah. Hey, Brandon Melican, what's up, pal?
Brandon, long time no see, or speak, or whatever.
Well, we can't hear you.
No, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Brandon, is this a bit? Because it's very funny if it is.
It's so good.
Try changing your microphone down at the gear at the bottom, and somebody said that there's results up.
I'm not seeing them yet, but I know some people that are at City Hall right now. I'll text them.
Beautiful.
And be like, when are the results coming in?
And Travis, we'll just add Brendan back in once we're square. No results yet. What are they waiting for? Oh, here we go. I got I have some results from Maria's just sent me Maria Velli from Wooford just sent me some results.
Is it what's
You
in
guys
the
hear me
fridge?
now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So good to see you, Bill. And for anyone who wants to call Jose Canseco, his phone number is 818-903-6598. That's still an
Travis.
active cell phone. I call him once a month. It just mostly goes to voicemail, but it could be a time zone thing. So yeah, feel free to give it a shot. 818-903-6598.
Travis, put it on that bottom line.
Oh,
there.
that's interesting. One precinct in, and 2 is in 3rd in the at-large. That's kind of surprising to me.
And just one, yeah. After one, yeah.
Just one in, and it's kind of limiting here because you don't see which precinct is in. But I just saw that Soraya Rivera had a vote total, so it's probably a precinct from 4, which is sort of 2's home base.
That's her home base, yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't mean anything yet until you start getting closer to 40 or 50 or 45. But yeah, see that? It's Petty King in 2 on the
yeah, Stefan's in there too, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
For this, if it's Soraya's district.
Yeah, this is the main South area. Is for a good time, call 818-903-6598. Jose Canseco.
There are votes. So this I just texted you guys. Yeah, there we go. Throw that up there. There are votes here for Shaun and Cipro. So this is from. She said this is from the Unitarian. She said this is 6th at Unitarian.
Okay.
So Rose is leading, and according to that, based off that, I should say.
Yeah, based off that one.
Also, two second highest vote getter. Still 3rd highest vote getter.
And that's in 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is not 2's home base, which is that is interesting. I cannot see these results with these stupid sunglasses on. So, I'm looking at it like this, why can't I see it?
It doesn't.
The stream itself is blurry.
Yeah, right. That's okay. Well,
he doesn't have to have his glasses on. He's still the Unibaby. Everybody, don't worry.
We only have. I'm actually a Buffalo Bill Shaner today, because I'd fuck me. Anyway, Brendan, while we have you on, any insights here?
I was going to ask, as precincts are starting to come in, what is the precinct bill that people should be looking at for Cipro numbers? Which was his strong suit? The Nelson Place precinct?
I actually don't know which one he would have the biggest command on.
I would say
besides the one closest to where he lives,
Christine Street.
Yeah, probably. I mean, he's over there, but Upper Burncoat I think is his big. So it'd probably be Burncoat High or Lincoln Village Tenants Association.
He crushed it in the sign game over at the Nelson Place area. That's why I was wondering that one there. I know signs don't vote, but still.
If you Google search Christine Street Precinct, the Worcester Police Department pops up.
When I Google the home address, lots of Telegram and Gazette Cordos records pop up. I don't know what it is.
Hey, listen, Brendan. You'll get kicked out of Burncoat Facebook group if you start posting about
Yeah, well, I would, I don't know. Someone should have told Cipro that city councils don't have any clemency powers.
There was a Cipro sign outside of the Central Y today.
What?
Yeah, I didn't. I was like, "What's going on?" I just threw it in the street.
I wouldn't put it based on his team. I wouldn't put it past them and just put signs wherever they want.
Oh, we have a special guest.
We have another special guest. Guillermo, what's up?
I am in the car right now.
Yeah.
My feet hurt.
They're killing me.
But look, I mean, I just wanted to say, I'm really proud of what we put out there. I think I'm hearing from a ton of people, and that includes West Side voters who were like, "You ran a really impressive first campaign." So I don't know what the numbers are going to look like, and we're going to know shortly. But I think the one thing that I am confident about is that because of individuals like Tu and I running, the conversation has shifted.
Right.
And we're not just talking about the residential tax rate anymore. We're actually talking about social issues. We're talking about climate. We're talking about the future of Worcester, not just the next 5 years.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that's a great thing. I
Can
voted
we
for
keep
you.
talking about potholes though? Because the city is fucking full of them. Talk about streets for a little bit longer until we at least fix them.
As I'm in the car, I'm like jumping around on these fucking streets. So no, I totally hear you.
Now, looking back on the campaign, how do you feel about the response you got from people in the city? It's a very, I would say, diverse city in sensibilities in a lot of ways. There's a lot of townies. There's a lot of young people. How do you feel like? What was the experience like for you, like campaigning?
So I mean, I didn't have any issues in terms of like individuals kind of being like, I don't really want to talk to you because you're Latino or because you're gay or whatever. Like none of that happened. But I will say, like, the townies are the ones that vote. And like there are a lot of young people here, but they're not voting. And like that's the stuff that's really getting to me. And so our civic education process needs work. I think regardless of how tonight goes, that is one thing that I'm going to push for at the as far as I possibly can, because the reality is that people just are not aware as to like the importance of their city councilor and the importance of certain individuals actually taking the helm. Like this stuff is so critical. And so to me, it was the lack of civic education that was around that was the most disheartening part of the process. It wasn't necessarily like certain people that I met and I was like uncomfortable with or anything like that. So it's just one of those things where I'm like, I'm grateful for what we've done and grateful for the people that I met. And like, I mean, I have met friends on this journey and and so to me, it's like, that's awesome. And I'm excited and I'm thrilled about it. But, on the flip side, I've also met people who I'm like, oof, I never want to see you again.
I'm so sorry about that too.
Yeah, Shaun's sitting right here.
Yeah, that's very embarrassing for me.
And like even today, like today I posted up with Kate Toomey and Donna Colorio 6 feet away, and like you got to be nice, and we were amicable and stuff, because at the end of the day, you have to remember that 6 of us are going to be on, and if we want to make change, we got to work together at some point and to some extent. So
I like that.
Yeah,
that's the way that I see it, and so I'm just trying to be optimistic, and I'm trying to make sure that we're all staying optimistic. But
the big question,
admirable. Go ahead, Shaun. Go ahead.
The big question: where's the party at?
So I'm doing something low key. I am not a huge like party guy.
You don't seem like it.
I'm just going to one of my supporters' houses, and I'm gonna have dinner with my family, my friends, and stuff. And then I might stop by Shaun Rose's party. I might stop by Mayor Petty's party, but that's about it.
Nice. That's good. I like that.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I really do like. I think I can speak for all of us. I know that you have 4 votes in this window right now. Absolutely. Yep. Extremely impressed by the campaign you ran. Congratulations
100%.
on a really, really great campaign. Like you said, whatever happens. I think that it's been there's already been a sea change.
Absolutely. And I think I'm not going anywhere. I think that they learned that. I think when we're able to show that we can fundraise, that we're able to show that we can be strong first-time candidates, we're proving that we're not going anywhere. So, depending on how tonight goes, we'll see what my next few months will look like. But my next few months are still going to be very filled with Worcester and very filled with being an activist in the area. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to continuing, if I need to, as the Human Rights Commissioner to the city, and seeing what more we can do on that front.
Well, excellent. I do want to say, please keep coming on our stupid Twitch show where we say maybe actionable things, and you're cool with it.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it.
I have one question. What was the injury du jour today with Kate Toomey?
What did you say?
Yeah, was Kate nursing anything or?
Yeah,
Well,
was she
was
hurt?
there-
Was she hurt at all? Was she had? Did she have a
Yeah.
crutch?
She had a chair, and I was like, oh, I was like, I didn't know we could do that. And she was like, I do this every year. And I was like, that's great.
Did she talk to the chair like Clint Eastwood?
Yeah. I mean, based on her past with that chair, she held 0 meetings for that time.
Hey, I mean, for what it's worth, she's a vote getter. It's
Yeah.
she
And
really
it's glad to
is.
see her have a chair that she's actually
a good
using.
example of signs not voting, because it's not like the city was plagued with her signs.
No.
But she's been what, number 2 vote getter for a while.
Reliably. There was one year where she was number 1 in the at-large race. She's number 1 or 2 every single year. For some reason, it's an intangible, unexplainable reason.
It's because her husband drives everybody around.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I was driving people to go vote earlier today, but everyone kept getting mad.
That's awesome.
I was stopping at Dairy Queen like every single trip.
You going into West Boylston?
Yeah.
Or Spencer?
Yeah. I needed a Blizzard. No, there's one on Grafton Hill.
There's one on what is it?
Grafton Street, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. My neighborhood where no one at all voted. You know what?
Well, did you all see my response to her on Twitter? I said, that is the partner that any politician deserves.
No, actually, Gamo, I didn't see that because she blocked me a year ago.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Well, Guillermo,
I'm gonna
have
let
fun
you guys
and
go.
Enjoy dinner and please get some rest.
Hello?
I think we already lost him. There we
Just
go.
completely hung up on us. That's wild.
That's a pro move. I respect that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna go eat. See ya.
Yeah, well, I'll talk to you.
Oh, it looks like his phone just froze. But Guillermo, thank you so much, everybody. Really appreciate you coming on here. And
Rick Rushton just tweeted.
I'm here. It cut out. It was a service. I swear. I was like, if there's one more question, I'll answer it. But if not, I'll go.
No, you can go. We were just like kind of like stoked that you left, honestly.
Okay. Well, no.
I'm just kidding.
Thank you for making this process enjoyable. I appreciate it.
Yeah, great. Well,
we're trying.
Yeah, and best of luck to you as the results come in.
Yeah.
Hey,
thanks so much.
Little bit of completely unverified breaking news here from Rick Rushton. If you guys remember him from a while back.
How could we forget?
Politico.
Boston Globe doofus.
Absolutely apropos of nothing at all, he tweets at thetelegram.com, Mass Live, me, and Wootney Comedy and says, congrats to Tu Nguyen. Does he have information we don't? I don't know. He might. He probably doesn't. He probably just misheard what we said. We said he's in the lead. We said that they are in the lead for 1 of 50 precincts. And maybe he heard that and just was like, "Oh, she got it." I mean, they got it.
Out of 5 now, right there in the running behind Donna.
With 5 behind Donna. See, that would have been such a nice treat. Donna Calorio is one that could realistically get off the city council this year, and that would be so nice. That would be
tell you, we were talking before about strategically voting. That is 100% the only reason I voted for Matt Wally is the chance that it would be
right.
He's the one to knock her off.
I don't know if you guys saw the last screen go by, but I heard a lot of people saying today that they thought Laura Clancy was going to be in trouble, and as it currently stands, she's not in the running. She actually just got knocked down a spot on these.
That is interesting. That is very interesting.
Rick just tweeted again, seismic changes in politics tonight on both school committee and the city council side.
Okay. Well, great.
I think he's just watching our show and getting.
I hope so. Honestly, Rick, love you, dude. Right on.
There's going to be somebody at every polling place who's actually taking a picture of the strips as they come out of the machine before the machines go to City Hall. So he probably does have numbers coming from somebody's camp.
There are. I actually
nice to see Rick tweeting from the future.
He literally is, in a way. Seismic changes. I'm tweeting at Rick right now. Rick, what do you know that we don't?
Yeah. Come on, Rick, you coward.
And he just said 5 TikTok dances. If we can get Rick Rushton to do a TikTok dance for us, God.
Rick Rushton, answer me.
He's just DMing me, let's go, Brendan.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
So we looked at Jess looked it up earlier. I had no idea. There was a NASCAR race.
Yeah, there was a NASCAR race where the news announcer.
Yeah.
Yeah. People were chanting like "fuck Joe Biden," and the woman the woman announcer was interviewing the guy who won, whose name was Brandon. She thought that they were saying "let's go Brandon" because she was interviewing a Brandon, but they were chanting "fuck Joe Biden." And then the Tucker Carlson types of the world picked that up and said, "This is proof of the mainstream media not wanting to know what people are saying." So yeah, it's very stupid. But now it's among right-wing people and
Hey, cool dudes.
Cool.
Did you just say let's go Rick Rushton?
Let's go Rushton. Writing campaign. He's back in. No one saw it coming.
I really like Rick. I felt so bad when the Boston Globe just lampooned him when he was like, "Oh yeah, you think Worcester sucks? Well, let me show you the places I go and eat." that was
Donald Botanic Square.
Yeah.
Are there 7 Friday only 4 to 8 fish and chip places in Boston? No.
And ours are all called Foley's.
Yeah.
10 in. All right, two's right. I'll pass Calorio now with 10 in.
Yeah,
we go.
Still nothing for
honestly,
one
George
two
Russell's
getting
kicking ass tonight.
2 getting on the city council would be, as Rick Rushton said, a seismic shift.
Look at Germa leading.
Yeah.
Good. Oh crap! Look at that. 1 of 10 reporting. Very tight race in 5.
Yeah.
Very tight race in 5. That is interesting. That is.
Well, we should be teaching you guys some things right now.
Yeah. I see Chanel Susie as having very sort of base taste in porn. Like she watches like Bang Bus and like Casting Couch. And the stuff is just like, not there's better stuff out. There's better stuff out there. There's better stuff out there. Chanel. There's that you don't have that's just,
Yeah, she called her campaign bus the Bang Bus. It's so weird.
Whoa, interesting. Did you see that she was invited to give a motivational speech at South High? A small detail that has gone completely sort of unnoticed in the grand scheme of things, but
I did not know that.
The comedic possibilities there are just like, what was her motivational speech? You must go out onto the astral plane and fight the gay demons in hand-to-hand combat to make sure that they don't invade your psyche.
That was a D&D campaign I played one time. It fucking ruled.
What, the gay demons?
So hot. Yeah.
The gay demons on the astral plane.
I tried to lose.
Oh, the demons made me gay. Oh no, it's because I had sex ed in high school.
I heard she did a free ride program for voting today, but it was a fake taxi.
Ben White just tweeted that Rose beat Cipro. Okay, so that's cool. Okay.
That's wild that he already knows that.
Ben White is at
City
Shaun
Hall.
Rose's he's at Shaun Rose's campaign party. So he would have that sort of jump that like people with their own poll watchers would have. And I guess that Shaun Rose just called it that he beat Cipro.
Yeah. Yeah, Louis Dupre just said Tina's at Rose's right now. Same thing.
Can we start with the ethics complaints now then, officially?
Yes, let's go.
Should I go down to City Hall now and start my Stop the Steal?
Yes, I think, we need to get you down there.
Also, Doug
oh my
Arbiter,
God.
just said fucking Atel Hajii. So
What is that, like in a good way or a bad way?
He hates her guts.
It's with the. Well, this is. I feel like Steve Kornacki right now.
we get a touch board.
Yeah. So hold on. Can I send a link to it and have that be in the chat? Not in the chat, on the stream.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
probably a question that I privately asked.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, thank you. Pasting it. Throw that up there.
We just hit the 100 viewer mark. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. This is a lot of fun. This is exciting. And god damn it,
in the comment.
I am so fucking relieved that Shaun Rose beat Rick Cipro, because the problems we would have had with an active duty police officer winning a seat on the city council would have been amazing. It would have been a complete fucking shit show that would distract from any other sort of progresses we could have possibly made. So Shaun Rose winning District 1 is hugely important.
Absolutely.
And we should be very, 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 very happy about that. Despite the fact that Shaun Rose himself is not necessarily the most inspiring candidate in the world, you know, we're not starting the revolution in any way, but we staved off. There you go. D1 called for Shaun Rose.
That rules.
I'm
so fucking relieved.
Breath of fresh air.
That was the easily the scariest part of the election this year. And
No doubt.
I'm happy that's the part of this election that made me want to buy a 30 rack and try to drink the entire thing tonight, because if Rick Cipro won, it was going to be really bad. But we still want to pay attention to how close the race is, because if it's a close one and there's a possibility of another run for Cipro or like somebody else like Cipro, oh my God. District 5 is way too close still. It's only one.
Only one.
One of 10.
Yeah.
But so Doug did a little like early call for Attell.
I guess he's being cryptic.
Doug, get on here.
Yeah, I'm gonna send the link. I'm gonna send the link to Doug right now.
Well, he said it with like 1 million exclamation points. So
I know.
It's in the good way, not the bad way. And oh my God, like Attell getting on is probably the best news.
Yes, that would be
it's
incredible.
probably she has the strongest politics of anybody running for city council, in my opinion, and she
100%.
has the best track record of organizing and doing good things for the city. And her service is going to be a credit. And the Old Boys Club, or whatever you want to call it, is going to try to eat her alive. So,
TNG called mayor.
TNG, okay, yeah, fine, yeah, we knew that. Yeah. Thanks
for
TNG.
showing up, TNG.
And it's Bowman.
Joe Petty, come on here, you coward.
I'll send the link to Rassicot.
Yeah.
That was a real nail biter, that one.
Yeah,
I keep missing the scroll. What is the latest on the school committee?
Ben White tweets, Attell wins D5.
Hey.
Nice. There we go.
Well done, Attell.
Hey, you know what? This is perfect timing, because guess what? We have another guest coming in. Let's add her to the stream big time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That fills my heart with joy. You couldn't ask for a better outcome.
For
love to see it.
Yes.
I mean, she was running against the principal from Beavis and Butthead, but
Jenny, how's it going over there?
How long have you been holding on to that one, Bill? That's amazing.
Just thought of it.
Can
Jenny,
you guys
can you
see this?
Yeah. How's it going over there?
Yeah.
Camel
Oh my
Ripley's
God.
something to be desired.
Hang on 1 second.
Yeah. We're
Sure,
we're
Jenny.
Cool.
Whatever you need.
Jesus Christ, this lady. Best
Jenny-
waitress in Worcester, right there.
That's true. Womag anointed. Rest in peace, sort of.
Kind of.
Yeah, effectively.
Yeah.
Is she crying?
We
Oh
love
my
it.
God, I've never seen Jenny cry.
Oh,
like that.
Jenny's crying. We got the waterworks.
Oh my
Yes, this is good TV.
The emotion in the room is
there's
palpable.
Doug.
Oh, there's Doug too.
On the faces of Dog Arbiter and Jenny Pasillo. You just love to see it. Atalaxia, beats principal vagina.
Doug,
No relation.
describe the scene to us over
Why
there.
are you on my phone?
This really is amazing TV.
Oh, Doug and Jenny are both on. Because I sent the link to Doug too.
Jenny, pull yourself together. Christ.
Yeah, she has three kids. She didn't cry once during those births.
We didn't. Me and Shaun were there the
Sean,
whole
I
time.
was just about to say that because I honestly didn't.
I mean, also because you were under.
No, I.
She brought her
actually
own
haven't
drugs.
cried in about a decade.
It's when we stopped working at Tweeds together. Was the last
All
time
right,
she cried.
so sociopath Jenny Pasillo, how are you feeling? How is the room? What's the energy in the room like? Tell us how it's feeling in there. Atella pulls it out for D5.
Thank you guys. I'll talk to you all soon, I'm sure.
Perfect. That's great. That's amazing.
Sorry.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
so good.
analysis you
That's
get.
so good. We love it.
Kick her
We
out
love
of
it.
here. Kick her
We
out
love
of
it, folks. Get her out of here. That's the best answer to a question I have ever gotten in my life. So, how you feeling? Describe the energy in the room. Yeah, I'll talk to you soon. I'll talk to you.
We've been
That's
hung up
great.
on twice tonight.
Yeah,
Okay.
for real. All right, well, I want to know school committee now. That's like what
Yeah.
what we care about now, right? And at large, I guess.
And Sue's numbers are holding strong. I mean, between
Two's numbers are holding strong.
Oh, you cut out, Brendan.
Brendan, we lost your mic again. Yes. Let's see. You know what?
There we go. Jermaine's leading.
Joanna's numbers are pretty good. 42% right now against
That is pretty
Candy.
good.
Very encouraging to see, 20 of 50 reporting for school committee and Sue season last. That's good. We like to see that. We really like to see that.
Yes.
Guillermo's dropping down now.
Yeah.
So is two.
It's
hard to win a
always gonna
first.
be
It's hard to win a first
crazy long
campaign.
shot.
Yeah.
I think that the campaign he ran and the attention that he got in the way what little coverage there was, but really what the way people were talking about him, I think is a huge win. And it's just like you said, this isn't going to be his last race. It's not going to be his
same
last.
with twos. Either if two loses two,
Yeah.
it's not two's last either.
Yeah.
Like these people are here to stay.
Yeah.
not to diminish Rick being a total lunatic and a ridiculous human being, but he's kind of right. If Sue actually does get a seat and Attell is on the council, it really does change the math or the makeup of the council overall.
Oh, 100%.
100%. 100%.
So Rick
I like
does
to
know
see
what the
this.
TikTok dance.
I like to see these Chanel numbers here. That's really great. Chanel number 0.
800 down right now. 800 votes down.
Yeah. Even just to tell, being on the council now, if everything else stays the same, adds a really, really important vote to the more progressive impulses of the center of the council.
Yes.
Christian King is often on an island trying to get the petty bloc to move left. And another vote with King on that side of the council balances out a lot of things where there were sort of 4 very conservative councillors that could effectively block a lot of what Petty was trying to do, as like tepid as it might have been. Christian King one time called them the 4 horsemen to me, and that's Toomey, Bergman, Merrill Carlson, and Colorio.
It's also because their breath stinks.
At 61%, Attell has a mandate. That is very true. Attell ran an unabashedly
progressive
campaign. She ran an unabashedly progressive campaign. She didn't hedge anything. She didn't try to imitate the Petty McGovern sort of like center style of Worcester politics. Like she was out there being like, keep the bus free. We need more affordable housing. We need to look
sidewalks.
Yeah, yes. And yes, 61% is a mandate. Again, she was running against Principal Vagina. She like
but
literally
the sheer fact that like she took up all the air in that race, and in a lot of the campaign, she's the only one that was campaigning a year ago. First of all,
yes,
and like she took up all the space in that race. It didn't matter who was ran against her, unless it was going to be somebody that, like if it was Matt Wally, then I can understand how it would have been a close race. But she ran full speed the whole time.
And Stratman was playing scare tactics and defense the whole time. He started calling her a communist and saying Albanians for Stratman, like fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
And generally had no idea what he was talking about on any issue of substance.
Yeah.
Did you see his video? Did you see his video ad where an umpire tosses him a baseball? He had a Facebook.
What?
I gotta find it. It's
what
so
the fuck?
fucking funny. I gotta find it real quick. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Yo, I just tweeted at Rick Russian. I said, Rick, what do you know that we don't? And he just responded, everything. What an asshole. That's amazing. He just said everything.
That's a power move.
Everything.
Brendan, assuming, I mean, let's play hypotheticals here. If 2 were to like hold on, somehow make it out of this, is there anything? Has there been an election, a local election like this in Worcester before? I mean, I know it's 2 people really we're talking about, but like it seems like a solidly left swing.
Yeah, I think we've had swings like this, but they've always been more to the center right. And it's significant because I think Joe has indicated, as you know, since he's been mayor, I mean, he's clearly most comfortable, like as a moderate, that's who he is, but he's not uncomfortable being dragged to the left, as long as you give him a reason to and there's a rationale. And he's done a really good job of that for a guy who often has mustard on his tie, of gracefully, getting moved over to the left when appropriate. If Stu and Attell add to that group, like Bill said, you're already working with Christian. I think Shaun gets pulled over there easily on many issues.
Yep.
And Matt, when he doesn't have to bow out from a vote, I think Matt in his Jesuit education, there's a lot to be said for there too, doing the right thing on a lot of issues that most people would say, Matt's not with us on this one. But in his heart, he actually is. You just need to give him a reason to be there. And you now have a new crew, right? It's if that number holds solid with 2, it's 2, King, Attell, Shaun, Sarai, and Joe start actually putting together a mandate for the city, and that's pretty damn cool.
For sure.
He says 2 will finish at worst 5th. Jermaine Johnson is the new Bryan O'Donnell. Colorio may be out.
Yeah,
honestly, all of those things are
make me happy.
Anything else? He says afterwards, like a psychopath.
That was so funny. I really want to pull that clip out. That clip was so funny. Yeah. I was like, all right, Jenny, let me ask you the easiest question to answer. And she went, I'll see you later. Colorio getting knocked off the city council, should that pan out to be true, would be the icing on the cake of a night that went better than expected. That would be incredible, especially since all signs up until this indicated a center-right to far-right backlash in the way that we've seen in past years, like in 2015. All signs up until now indicated that was going to happen. And instead, what we're seeing happening right now is that candidates running to the left of center are performing very well, and candidates running to the right of center are performing way worse than we anticipated they should.
Absolutely.
I went into this at 8 o'clock. I was feeling like shit. I thought I was going to have a miserable fucking night and hate myself as I was writing my recap story. And now I'm getting drunk in a good way.
How many beers so far, Bill?
I'm actually I gave up on like really, really heavily drinking. I've only had like 3.
Great.
I don't think I'm gonna get the whole 30-pack done tonight.
I kind of want to go out and get drunk now, though.
So I don't know if anyone else is getting updates from Rick. Maybe ask Rick, but it looks like it's Mo and Wally are the two that are fighting for last place right now.
Two's ahead right now.
Mo and Wally fighting for last place is incredible.
It's fun.
Like Mo fighting for last place is perfect to me because
let me see that Wally Joker meme.
Yeah, right. Well, okay, so in defense of Matt Wally would be drastically better for everybody on the board than Mo Bergman because while he's sort of a tepid politician who hedges his bets, he does actually have like managerial things that he cares about with like government streamlining and stuff like that that are fine. And he also really wants to take on municipal broadband as a priority, which with a left-leaning city council is going to be easier to do. And sure, if you want to take that up and we can tell Spectrum to go fucking suck their own dick from the back, like that would be fucking perfect.
That's a Brendan Melican podcast topic from a year ago, or more than a year ago.
It's been like 15 now, but nobody listens.
Yeah, exactly.
To Bill's point, though, we actually start contract negotiations or the discussion leading up to contract negotiations with Charter Spectrum this month. The Cable Commission starts meeting again. And it is one of those things that's easy to not think about that's actually huge for the city.
Yes, it would be because it's so weird in the abstract that there's no antitrust laws against municipal monopolies on utility services. Like, why can you not choose? Why is it the city government that has to negotiate with the internet provider? And we are all just stuck holding the bag of like the worst internet possible, the worst cable packages possible, because no one on city council can fucking save a PDF. You know, it's
I promise I won't nerd out on this all night and bore everyone to sleep, but it's actually a really amazing thing that when cable started, and it's kind of, there's artifacts of this in our charter, when cable first came online and we had those boxes, you had to push the...
Brendan, it's called Spectrum now. Not charter.
Whatever it is. But, back in the day when you had to actually push the 2 buttons to try and get your scrambled porn on the screen and whatnot, it like nobody actually thought cable was going to work. Like, who would pay for TV? Like, it was free. So the whole system is set up so that we approached the cable companies. The cable companies would sell us on a really good deal, and we would approve the good deal. But now we're actually beholden to the cable companies, and the whole power structure of that agreement and those contracts is in the hands of the cable providers. And yeah, we unintentionally created a regional monopoly for all these systems, and it needs to go away.
Yes, for sure. You know what's back to the race? Jermaine Johnson pulling what looks like, and also what we have to be worried about here with 41 to 50 precincts reporting. It could change dramatically because there's only a couple precincts where a lot of people vote, and in a lot of precincts, no one votes. So,
damn.
But, yeah, him as
Jermaine, Sue Mailman, Jerma, the first 3.
Yes, and in my coverage of the school committee, I tried to break down what we could reasonably expect for a change on the board given past vote totals. And I didn't even consider that a possibility that 3 challengers could do that well. And like that's so much better than I could even imagine. This is all going better than according to plan, honestly.
Yeah. Well, Jess raised a good point. I think she threw it in the chat earlier too, where she said Jermaine has SEIU in the bag. The social working, like that's huge. And I mean,
Giant.
just to the point earlier of Kate Toomey, like where she gets so many votes based on like teachers that know her and like stuff like that. Like Worcester still is like a union town, that drives a lot
for
of
sure,
it. And,
for sure. That's
and for once it worked out in our favor.
That's
who
very
got the
important.
IATSE vote?
Guillermo from me, and I'm the only IATSE person that lives in Worcester and votes. So
oh, yeah, we got an updated version now. There we go.
All right, now we're at 45. Okay, so let's see here.
Louis.
Travis, can you drop the volume on the share?
Yeah, we don't need the volume at all for the official results. It's just like people reading the Telegram.
Oh, I love seeing Mo Bergman at the bottom. Feels so good because that's where he belongs.
Yeah. District 2 was a real David and Goliath sort of thing. Joanna Hampton Dance sort of had low-key the best politics of anyone running. I mean, for Christ's sake, she had disarming the Worcester police in her platform.
Yeah.
But she was a very quiet candidate because of the grip that Carlson and her camp have on the east side. She wasn't really allowed the space to articulate her position all that well. She probably would have had a better time and run a stronger campaign if it was at large than going against somebody like Candy in District 2, which is my district, the Grafton Hill East Side. A lot of old voters, not a lot of new voters, and very, very, very towny. So Candy kind of reliably holds that based on her political connections, but she did manage to get, 43%. Like she organized well and should stick at it because that is an impressive showing in a low turnout election.
Kevin Deswara, hey, I just want to, Kev. Yes, I think so. I think absolutely because that hill is changing too.
Yes,
and I think that's a really good point.
Yeah,
you must be a paid freelance reporter or something.
Well, I think with Joanna, I think she's. I hope that she will, consider running again because I think she's the perfect person for like people to get excited about and to invite into. Different things throughout the city into different spaces and get people excited about her. Like Attell, everyone in the city knows who Attell is because a lot of people got excited about her. And I think that's something that people.
And she also had to lose once or twice before she got there. Exactly. She had to lose once or twice. And you know what? That's
Yeah.
Sorry for your loss.
or our gain.
Yeah.
Here we go.
If Mo Bergman loses, I am ruining my laptop and shotgunning one of these beers on the stream.
Shotgun the beer before you ruin the laptop. I want to see it.
Can you guys imagine what the 504 Facebook page is going to be like for the next week?
Oh my God,
Lord! Look out, Joe Petty. You're about to have another mustache.
All right,
he's gonna have the Mussolini helmet on.
With 47 and 50 reporting, it looks like Bergman.
I think it's 50 and 50 now. I think we're slow on the stream.
Okay, well, all right. Let me just look it up then.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do too.
The thing to keep an eye on too, and I think it's relevant to what Guillermo was saying about, especially about the youth vote, but just turnout in general, is okay. So this election is in the bag. I think everyone has something to be happy about here, but we're going into a midterm season. That's already going to be a really heated midterm season, and District 1 in particular. Both state reps that represent District 1, Jimmy O'Day and Mahoney, are likely gonna have races next year because of the turnout here. I mean, it looks like at the last scroll, it looked like Cipro only lost by a handful of votes.
Yeah, not a lot.
A grade school auditorium, if that. I've heard grumblings that Tony Economou was thinking of running against John Mahoney. And, Jimmy O'Day's district is the deep part of one. And, that could get really ugly over there if somebody with a name decides to run against him.
100%. Yeah, that's a very good point.
So
50-50's in. Two's in.
Two's in.
Two's in. Bergman in 6th.
Wally's out, right?
Wally's out. Bergman, Clorio still in.
Damn.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Well, that situates the board for
And Biancaria and Susie lost.
Biancaria and Susie lost?
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's go! Let's go! Holy crap! Wait.
Yeah.
For real? Wait, hold on. I need to look at this list myself. Why are we slow on the chat?
Yeah.
That is so fucking cool.
Clorio's last in. Clorio's last in.
That is so cool. That's like the coolest thing. That's so good. Diana Biancaria is one of the dumbest people I have ever seen hold elected office in my entire life. She is so stupid. Like I would trust an 8th grader, like with a little fact sheet of what to say to do better. Like that. Yeah, the school committee results went better than I even projected the my absolute best possible realistic outcome. This is better than that. It's like the school committee could not have gone any fucking better. That is so cool. That is the school committee comes into this new season, so whatever it's called, cycle with like a progressive left-wing mandate like it hasn't had since I've been following Worcester, and for probably a lot longer than that.
It's honestly wild.
We're done with John Manfredo. Diana Biancaria is out. Maureen Bianenda is leaving. This entire towny block of conservative fucking weirdos that have had a grip on the school system forever has just been shown the fucking door. And now all that's left is we just need to get Roger Nugent to get kicked off the union, and then maybe we can start to get something fucking done around here about the school district. That's amazing. The school committee election went way better than I could have even possibly imagined. And it is it's so cool to see that. So Bill can smoke a winning stogie with that smoking jacket he's wearing.
We get Travis. You wore a suit and you didn't even get to show it off.
Look at this guy.
I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed that Worcester showed up today.
For real. I thought we were gonna get sad. I thought we were gonna get dystopian, start talking about how we're all fucked. I did not think this was gonna be the results at all.
I thought we were in times. For real. I thought that.
I 100% agree.
I agree too.
I don't want to say that. I don't think so.
But you shouldn't, Bill. You shouldn't say that. But we can say that.
If you said that, that'd be fucked up.
Yeah, it'd be really weird to say that.
Yeah. But I'm gonna see if my laptop works outside, so I can see it. We won, baby! We did it!
I need a cigarette. I think it's wild. I mean, it's pretty wild that Wally lost by 600 votes, almost a little more than 600 votes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was he thinking, going at large?
Yeah, his reasoning was always really fucking tenuous. It was like, can you guys? Was my internet okay out here?
Yeah,
you sound good.
Okay, cool. His reasoning was always really tenuous. He was like, I cannot do the citywide things that I want to do as a district councilor. And it's like the district councilors have the same exact powers as the at-large councilors. It's just what part of the electorate decides what they do. And sure, you have different responsibilities as a district councilor to get freaking potholes fixed and bollards up and shit like that. But it's not like you have a diminished role. So that was a weird, but if you didn't decide to do that, if you didn't make that colossal political fuck up, we probably wouldn't have a tell. So thank you, Matt Wally. Thank you for your service.
And And I think his math was based on the idea that he grew up in Burncoat, and he had a really good turnout in Tatnick, in 5. So it on paper, I think it made sense. He probably did take a hit from the Cipro crowd coming out, again, being a Burncoat guy as well. And I'm sure that math actually hurt him a little bit. But
yeah, I wonder. It's just I mean, I guess it makes sense. It really does. It makes sense when you look at it, from both ends, ahead of time and now looking back on it, makes sense. But it's just strange.
I would just like to point out too how fucking ridiculous this city is. That I know where people who are on the city council grew up. Like I just like name called the neighborhood that Matt Wally grew up in. Like how pathetic is that? That I probably drank in his house back in the mid '90s.
Yeah, like that's something you should be able to do in like Barrie.
Yeah,
Worcester's the second biggest city in Massachusetts.
Matt Wally watched Brendan Milliken rap once.
Probably, yeah. That's embarrassing for everybody.
It is, yeah. I mean, it's the most small town thing ever to be like, I don't know about that guy. His dad was my principal, but I don't know about that guy.
I like this. This is my favorite. Not this one. Sorry. This. There we go.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about that. I think somebody said before. Oh yeah, there it is. So that's interesting on a national scale.
Dang, that sucks.
Yeah.
What gonna do?
I mean, it means it sucks, but it ultimately, like, I don't know.
The next 2 years are going to suck. I mean, that's just the reality.
True.
Whatever we feel like we just went through locally and things worked out well here, this is happening in every city and town in the country right now. The pod is getting stirred up by total douchebags. And yeah, there's a good chance that a lot of those douchebags are actually going to pull out a win by just annoying the shit out of good people over the next 2 years.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Hey, though, we had the most obnoxious douchebags possible. Get their ass handed to them by a politician that is not even really that good. So that's
a win where you can get it, Bill.
Yeah, that's cool. Like Sean Rose is fine. He's just fine.
You go to the neighbor's house now? Where are you?
I'm out on my porch.
Oh, okay.
I'm on beautiful Grafton Hill. I'm not going to look this way so people can figure out where I live, because that's not good.
He gets it.
That's not good.
I guess not everyone has called Virginia yet. I'm going to keep an eye on it, but
called it for who?
Oh, he's getting his ass kicked. Maybe I think Youngkin's kicking his ass, possibly. So we'll see, but they haven't called it yet. So
no, but what I think needs to happen now in Worcester is that there needs to be like people need to get out there and loudly say like there's a new like progressive bloc that has power in the city, and it would be in Attell, in Two, and Jermaine Johnson's best interest, and Jim Kamara to come out and say like these are our objectives, and sort of like even get out ahead of the mayor's like policy setting speech for the inauguration and be like these are the things that we can reasonably expect to get done in the next 2 years, and frame it in a way to see that to see how it tries to get sabotaged by the sort of the old guard. I think that's important. We need to take this win. This is a really good day for Worcester. Honestly, it went better than I even could have projected it going, but there is you need to prove that this is a good thing.
Oh, totally. And this is also where the opportunity for the council to do its actual job, which is setting an agenda for the city manager, and make sure that the city manager comes down hard on every time that there was a line that was crossed in regards to ethics, especially in the one race, that people are held accountable for that. I mean, the last 2 years have just been a nightmare, and if Ed wanted to, he could bring a hammer down on that, and he should. And I think the people are there to make it happen now.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I really do think that.
It's back to zero again.
Why did it go back to zero?
Next time.
I goofed up because I didn't get on the email list for the like PDF of the results when they come in. I just kind of forgot to do that, but like we're all the way in yet. We're reported, right? Like 100%.
Yeah, it's 50 out of 50. Yeah.
Yeah, let me see. I have it paused on my screen.
Someone asked for results again.
So Mayor Petty won with 60% of the vote. The at-large councilors are going to be Petty, Toomey, Christian King, Morris Bergman, the piece of shit, and Donna Calorio.
Right.
Matt Wally came in 600 votes down to be first one out. And then Bill Coleman, Guillermo Kramer, and Peter Steffen in that order.
Yeah. I mean, and 600 votes is a lot with this.
It is.
With this
it is a lot in this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's almost a percentage.
It wasn't tight. Turnout was 16.5.
Under on the 17.
I said 15. Chris Robart said 16.2, which makes him the most accurate.
And Chris probably fucking loves that.
For the districts, Shaun Rose won with 53% of the vote. District 2, Candy won with 56% of the vote. District 3, George Russell won. No, he got 100%. Wow, that's really great for him. And Sarai, obviously. And then let me pull up.
You love it. You
love to see it.
You love to see it.
Oh, thank you.
Well done, Trav.
Thanks, Jess, for requesting it.
Yeah, those tears were a thin blue line down his face.
I like his
Rick Cipro sporting 2 thin blue lines of tears. Oh, poor buddy.
His downturned mouth is the best part, Travis. It's like that Soundgarden video. It's like Black Hole Sun.
Black Hole Sun, won't you come? And drunk drive and get in or kidnap someone.
Lose your service weapon.
Staples wants to see it again because he had to check on his kids to make sure they didn't see it.
Ah, boo, poor baby. Oh, poor baby.
I think it's sad that Matt Wally lost, and we're gonna have to unplug him and put him in that robot circus from AI where he'll be destroyed by big saws.
Yeah, should we say goodbye to the people that we don't have to talk about anymore? We should do like a in memoriam.
In memoriam to Rick Cipro. He got punished in this election.
Matt, oh no!
Matt Wally's gonna have we're gonna have a Viking funeral for his campaign at Coes Pond on Lakeside.
Matt Wally has recused himself from public office.
Oh no! What if this causes Matt Wally to lose his mind and he becomes Joker-fied?
Oh
no! We wouldn't get it.
Oh no, Matt Wally.
Who else have we lost? We lost Biancaria. We lost Biancaria.
Biancaria, she's gone.
Rest in peace to Diana Biancaria's political career.
We lost a easy Pornhub jokes. Gonna have to make our own now. I mean, that's a huge loss for the city.
Chanel Susie is going to go learn herself some porn. That's how she's going to reflect on herself.
Chanel Susie, just she just wasn't gay enough. She wasn't gay enough to win. Yeah. She wasn't gay enough. She should try maybe just being a little bit more, a little bit more gay.
It's a great joke. School committee, we have Jermaine Johnson, mailman. Are we calling her mailman or mailman?
I like mailman.
I like mailman too.
Susan Coughlin, mailman.
Can we make a Sue mailman meme with her wearing Karl Malone's jersey? Because he's the mailman.
There we go. I love when he gets serious and drops out so he can make a meme.
Wait,
just
so
like to-
sorry, no,
Yeah,
Bill, what?
yeah. No, never mind. Yeah, so we got Jermaine Johnson. That's good. He's good.
Yep,
Sue Mailman, right?
yep. Germa.
Awesome. Tracy Novick,
Mhm.
good, very good. She's easily she has no right to continue to care as much about Worcester as she does after the way that she was completely ripped to shreds by
100%.
the Binyenda Gaffney Colorio wing. And who else on this school committee?
Clancy made it.
Yeah,
Clancy made it on, and Molly made it on.
Yeah,
Molly made it on.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Clancy and Molly are decent people that are not necessarily out front progressive leaders, but could be easily pulled that way.
Yes.
And
And
completely
are-
sane, I think, is the most
Yeah.
important
Sane
thing.
is 100% a real thing.
and they're not. Yes, they're sane, and they're not going to be resistant to good ideas.
Especially now. I mean, they're the two that were actually holdouts on. You go back on a long enough timeline, they were kind of holdouts when it came to sex ed in the first place. They
Yes.
got dragged onto that side. If nothing else, this entire year is a mandate for the folks that have been looking at old school Worcester and saying, Worcester ethnic Irish and Italians aren't going to support me if I go that way. And you realize, oh, fuck it, I can do whatever I want, be a decent human being, and actually be rewarded for it.
Yeah, I mean, just the if you guys get a chance to look at it, look at the pull up the results later. Chanel Susie lost bad, bad.
Really bad.
Yeah, she lost by over 1,000. She lost to the other loser by over 1,000 votes.
That's like Aiden Carney losing to blank votes.
Yeah. She is essentially Worcester's Aiden Carney.
And I was really, really, really nervous about that one because she was a wolf in sheep's clothing. She presented herself as a completely sensible, middle of the road politician, and I thought that she was going to get in on that. And honestly, a little bit of inside baseball here, but WGBH, I don't know if you saw the story that they wrote on her a couple of days ago, but that one of the editors of that paper or that publication reached out to me, and they were like, hey, can you share some of the stuff you dug up on her? And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And they were like, I looked at her website and I would have assumed that she was a totally fine candidate had I not dug deeper or had no one dug deeper on that. So
weird.
So that was really good. I thought that she was going to get a pass, and no one would really flag her as being as problematic.
Her sign was hanging up at the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, she did a very good job not saying the quiet part loud.
Yeah.
She was presenting herself as a totally normal person.
Until she went and said the quiet part on Facebook and, blew up her own fucking spot. I mean, if she hadn't done that, to your point, she might have actually snuck through on this. And that's the terrifying part.
Because she got the local AFL-CIO endorsement. And when that happened, I was like, fucking Christ. This is going to get on. Yeah. And also, that's an interesting follow-up to this too. Is AFL-CIO, Kenny Merrill Carlson's, project, her husband's project. They ate total shit on their endorsements, and their endorsements were really this year done along the lines of who dared to say anything negative about the Worcester Police Department, and they ate total shit. They did not pick them right. So. There we go.
You love to see it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's really good for the stream here and for the chat to just have the meme guy in the wings. Travis is just killing it. We'll just say the dumbest thing possible, and he's just like, "Say no more." 5 minutes later,
I live for this.
Yeah.
He's a sniper. He's our sniper.
The school committee, more than the city council,
Rick Rushton.
Hey, Rick Rushton's in the chat.
He wants to play Minecraft.
Rick, I have no fucking idea what you mean by that. And you know what? I don't want to. Let my imagination run wild. Yes, let's play some Minecraft.
You go first.
You first, Rick. But no, the school committee underwent a seismic shift, as Rick Rushton said tonight.
He was right. He called
that
it.
is incredible what happened on the school committee. The fact that we have dispensed with Diana being carrier is like makes me happier than
I see it too, Brendan.
Rick, you got any Minecraft for that?
That's a compliment in my book. I don't know how Curtis.
I was just about to say that is a compliment.
Yeah,
a nerve.
Slaw on top, baby.
Yeah, Nerf's gonna come back with the Rick Rushton on the menu in a couple weeks, and
I endorse that. I endorse that.
That's fun.
Yeah, we're all reading the same comment.
Yeah, that's neat. So you're saying you cheated and still lost? Fuck you. You love it when you cheat and still lose. Yeah. Look at those thin blue lines. Get the fuck out of here, you dickhead. Travis, can you send me that meme so I can tweet it?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't credit me.
I won't credit you. I'll just say Rick Cipro sporting two thin blue lines tonight.
Ryan brings up a good point. Is Rick Rushton the mind freak? Minecraft?
He's doing Minecraft on everybody.
Yeah. So like Rick Rushton was like way ahead of even any campaign calling it.
Yeah.
And I said, Rick, what do you know that we don't? And he literally said everything. So is he some oracle? Is he like he's the oracle at the heart of Worcester politics, and just like what he decides in his mind goes? Is that what he means by Minecraft? Are we to believe that Rick Rushton is a mythical? He's the Tom Bombadil. He's the Tom Bombadil of Worcester. Yeah. Rick Rushton's the Tom Bombadil of Worcester. Photoshop that. No one would ever get that one.
No challenge, Travis. Don't accept it. Don't accept it.
No one would ever get that. It barely makes sense. Yeah. So
you know what though? Molly Crone's gonna make it because it has to do with Lord of the Rings. So she's absolutely gonna make that meme.
Rick Rushton for Time Lord. Yeah. Let's go. So yeah, this election this election went way better than I could have even hoped for it to. And
that is a cool picture. So click on that link if you guys could pull it up. So
Tony Clifton, right? It's totally Tony Clifton.
Who tweeted that picture? What is that picture?
That's Tony Clifton.
Okay.
No, I mean Steinberg from the Woosah.
A good doctor.
Yeah, who is he? Who is he?
Someone from the Beatles, I think, is what he's trying to be. But yeah, I see Tony Clifton.
I see Mickey Dolenz.
What the fuck?
Now.
And now.
God, Charles Steinberg is just so fucking funny. Like the fact that we all have to call him doctor. Like
Doctor.
Why? I will never call him a doctor.
He one time when I complained about the fireworks, he told me, he insisted that the next time they would go off, there would be something they invested in called silent fireworks.
Silent fireworks. Just the oh God.
He carries himself like he literally carries himself like he's Willy Wonka. You know,
I picture
he's
him
just
as the mayor from Nightmare Before Christmas, because he has that smile. That's like
Jenny hanging up on me and not answering my question was literally the funniest thing.
Silent but deadly fireworks.
Silent.
That's how Charles ends a meeting.
Jenny is a villain. She's not to be,
She
associated
is
with in any way, shape, or
technically
form.
Worcester's best waitress.
2 years
Yeah.
running.
Yeah, whatever.
Jenny? Oh, Jenny's the one that hung up on me. Where have you been?
Yeah.
This is great.
oh, yes. That's what I was going to say. That is the
That video.
funniest. That's one of the funniest things that's happened in Worcester in recent memory is when Charles Steinberg partnered with the Worcester Public Schools to encourage kids to fill out their FAFSA forms. In a video, he was like, obviously, like, really had no idea what he was doing. And the best part of it was he was like, coming to you from Polar Park, and we're encouraging you to fill out your FAFSAs because going to college is neat. And he like wanted to say coming to you live, but like so bad. But it was a recorded video, so he couldn't say that. It was, oh my God, dude. That was like, that really jumped the shark in my opinion. It's like, welcome these new great community partners in the Pawtucket Red Sox organization. Also, huge missed opportunity that we did not call the team the Worcester Paw Sox, because that would have been so fucking fun.
The Worcester Pawtucket Red Sox.
Worcester Paw Sox.
This is fascinating here.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to pull it up.
I had to reread
Can
it.
we break
So
this
what
down?
is yes, okay, so I don't know where 2-2 is. Is that like his home district? Is that like where he lives? Or?
It must be. I'm gonna look up the precincts right now. Or are you doing it?
Well,
Brian?
no, because 2-2 is. Am I reading this right? Wouldn't 2-2 be precinct? I don't know. Whatever.
They won tonight.
Tony Clifton.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not able to pull that up. Somebody smarter on this chat, pull that up.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, all right. So that's what we figured. I mean, listen, that like. I guess what it comes down to is all it took for Shaun Rose to win this race was for me to get kicked off Facebook for 1 month and not be able to start shit with people in my neighborhood. It's not surprising, I guess, like that the people that were like crowing about things the most. I mean, he was buying ads until like yesterday. Obviously, he knew that wasn't. He didn't. I don't think he was that confident. And Shaun, I guess, smart to just play it like slow play it and let Rick expose himself to be an unhinged person. And
right, for sure.
And it's this thing. It's that thing of he's from around here. He's literally from this neighborhood. People probably don't want to vote for him. We know a lot of people that grew up with him and don't like him. The idea of him being the city councilor, even if they like him, they don't want him to win. So I guess that's people.
That's me.
And how many people put signs out for him just because they felt obligated and didn't bother to vote for him?
That's actually probably honestly true. To like save face,
Yeah,
they put the sign out so they don't get shit from their buddies.
Oh.
But oh my God,
Win or lose, roll biz.
Rick Sepro is gonna no-knock raid the council chambers in the first.
But that's actually
Shaun Rose, get naked.
That's the whole problem with this race, right? It was like the whole framing was all, we don't have any of these problems here in Worcester. But like that's literally that's the prime example of the problem right there, is that you can't even check a fucking address before you go and kick down somebody's door.
Yeah,
and that's the guy who's actually kicking the door down. It's not the guy at the back of the line. It's the guy at the front of the line saying out loud, "We don't have this problem here."
Yeah, right.
And then tell me the cops don't lie.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's Steve Sargent getting out there and saying that racism doesn't exist in the police department, despite the multiple racially tinged lawsuits that have been filed against it. The fact that
From
it came out in court documents,
right?
From
Never
within
mind
the
outside of
department. And in one of those lawsuits, it came out that one of the white officers showed up to intimidate a black officer, an officer of the law, someone that should be on his fucking level. He wore a KKK hood in the locker room to intimidate his colleague. And that was like in court documents. And Steve Sargent knew about that shit and still gets up and says that there's no racism in the Worcester Police Department. It's fucking lunatic shit to say out loud. And he did it. And John Manfredo did it. Maureen Benenda pretty much did it. And like, I think that these election results tonight, like, sort of speak volumes that we're not going to fucking take that shit anymore. You can't be some fucking racist towny dickhead and get elected in Worcester on the basis of you being a racist towny dickhead. Right. And that was the extent of Cipro's campaign. He was dishonest about Rose's positions the entire time, and he had very Trumpian tactics of sort of oversimplifying and vilifying his opponents. And the petty Hitler thing was a huge fucking misstep. The petty Hitler thing, the petty Hitler mustache was a huge fucking misstep. And you know what? To be honest, like, I look at that page all the time for reporting purposes, and I'm just like, have such a dark, dim view of the world that I looked at that and I laughed out loud. I was like, that is so funny that someone did that. Like, that they actually freaking went there. And then, it became a whole shitstorm, understandably.
Well, I mean, it was indicative. It was indicative of the whole page of how, you know, he engendered that stuff, and he wasn't a passive, you know, observer.
That coalition of local groups that put out that letter a couple days ago, where they compiled all of the times that Cipro has been really racist on that page. And
that was really good.
That was a great little image stream.
Yeah, that was perfect because it really positioned Cipro, and it made his claim seem so hollow that, you know, I just didn't check it before he posted that, and now we're going to moderate.
Sorry, Ryan. I think we're actually probably going to steer this towards the end, but I wanted to
let's
first
do,
starting with our guest. Yeah, final thoughts.
Let's final thoughts. Yes, please, Brendan. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I mean, it's an awesome night, and I don't want to take anything away from that at all. I mean, I'm actually excited to go to my front yard and take all 4 million lawn signs down. Like, I'm going to do it with joy and not sadness in my heart. No, seriously, my yard is ridiculous. It looks like Steve Quist's house back when they had to change the sign ordinance in the city because he had, the entire house was covered. Anyways, but the thing is, and Guillermo nailed it, and I hope he really does stick around for the next go-around of this. Next year matters just as much as this year does. And the following year is going to be an abject shit show nationally. And all of this starts here locally. And like what we just did in Worcester, which is a city that's been trending purple for the last 2 decades at a minimum. We kind of just flipped that on its head. And one, we should take a lot of pride in that. I hope everybody's partying their asses off at their events tonight. But tomorrow, like, there's still a lot more work to do because next year is going to be ugly. And the following year is going to be ugly. And the people that we all had a good time making fun of this year with their thin blue line cheers, they're not going anywhere. They're still city employees, and they still have a lot of say in how the city runs. So, stay engaged.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a perfect way to think about it, is that these are incredible results that we got for the most part tonight, but it really just throw into stark relief what remains to be done about who we need to stay on and the ways in which we need to make sure that, like, we push back, because you're right, the trend went one way for a long time, and this is a turn slightly, but I think that could easily be undone when there's a national election next year and people start getting fired up for different things. I just think that we need to make sure that we're Cipro losing doesn't mean that we stop paying attention to what the police in this city are doing, because they're kind of a fucked up organization, and we need to rein them in for sure.
And I think that what I would say in closing is that we've gotten closer to an executive body that has the political will to do that. And we didn't have that before, and we're getting a little bit closer. We still have all of the really pro-cop city councilors on the city council, but we've moved the other side of the board in a more progressive direction. And I think there might be some space for some more sort of divisive plays for power on this subject, and not just try to toe some sort of moderate line on it. And I would really love to see that. But I think that's just one of a myriad of issues that change in the way that this race changes. And I think that we need to allow ourselves tonight and in the months heading up to the inauguration to be actually excited about this, and actually excited about the fact that this is a race that went better than I possibly could have expected, especially on the school committee and on the city council too. And we've moved in a better direction. And I think that we deserve to be excited and to frame it as a victory and to frame it as a mandate and start to get shit cooking that way with some excitement behind it, and really start thinking about how we can build a left-wing coalition in Worcester and push the city in the right way. So I think we should be happy tonight. Let's fucking just drink some beers, because fucking buddy, we did it tonight. This could not have gone any fucking better. It really couldn't have. Especially on the school committee side. That's fucking amazing, and no one pays attention or cares to the school committee, but that's fucking huge what happened on that board tonight. And I, for one, am very, very, very excited. So I'll leave it there. We deserve to feel excited. We should feel excited. We should harness the energy of that excitement. Hold on to it. Yes.
Anarchy and ice cream for all.
In 2023, when I run my unabashedly communist mayoral bid to divert attention away from all the progressives so that they can continue to do their good shit, and I draw all the right-wing hate, and everyone else gets to fly under the radar, I'm running as the Emma fucking Goldman candidate. We're going to be abolitionist about this shit bit. Fucking pipe bombs, dude. Pipe bombs.
Until we get there, everybody watching, please make sure to come back every Tuesday, because we do this every Tuesday. We watch the city council meetings and make fun of the people we see. And
yes.
Yeah,
by the
please.
sounds of it tonight, we have some new people to make fun of.
Yeah, make sure you're following us on here. Like you said, we're here. We're going to be here for every city council meeting that as best we can. We're gonna do at least our own part to hold these people to account in whatever small way we can. We hope you'll join us. Please follow Bill's Substack, his newsletter, Worcester Sucks and I Love It. Really, truly incredible coverage. I know you're not going to take any credit for yourself, Bill, but the fact that you're doing this journalism, people are reading it. These people are reading it, and we need to make sure that we can do everything we can so that Bill can only expand his coverage of what's going on in the city. We have the ability to affect
give baby
change.
money.
Yeah, pay this man.
The little
his
rich
money.
boy jacket proves everything.
Yeah, if you give baby money, I can hire another Bill. Think about 2 bills.
Think about 2 bills.
So follow Bill.
I wrote more election stories than the fucking Telegram did.
That is you could take that to the bank, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But follow him on Twitter, follow him on Instagram, follow us, Woot and Andy Comedy. Brendan, where can the people find you on online?
Feel free to print out my articles and distribute them any way you please.
I'm trying to go strictly real world these days, so yeah, you won't find me online, but I don't know, I'll be out on the street somewhere. Wave.
Find him in the street, taking his signs out of his front lawn. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in. We love you guys. We will see you next week. Have a drink, celebrate, feel good tonight. This was a good one. Bye, everybody.
Have a good night.
Yeah.